Hey there, fellow movie lovers. Today I want to talk to you about an absolute masterpiece in the world of psychological thrillers, The Silence of the Lambs. Imagine stepping into the shoes of an FBI trainee, fresh to the field, and being tasked with catching one of the most dangerous killers out there. That's exactly what happens to our protagonist, Clarice Starling. Determined and driven, Clarice sets out to make her mark in the FBI. But to catch this killer, she must first seek help from another, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a brilliant psychiatrist and a cannibalistic serial killer. Right from the start, Clarice faces intense pressure. She's sent to speak with Hannibal in prison, and it's not his physical presence behind glass that terrifies her, but rather his ability to read people like an open book. Clarice is searching for answers. To catch Buffalo Bill, the killer who skins his victims. But Hannibal doesn't make it easy for her. He toys with her mind, giving cryptic clues and forcing her to reveal personal details about her life. This back and forth between Clarice and Hannibal is where much of the suspense in the movie builds. As Clarice delves deeper into the case, she realizes that Buffalo Bill is becoming more dangerous by the minute. Time is running out for the FBI. Every conversation with Hannibal is like solving a puzzle. And as the audience, we are on the edge of our seats, wondering how these twisted clues will lead to the capture of Buffalo Bill. Clarice is haunted by memories from her childhood, particularly the sound of lambs being slaughtered, which Hannibal uses to break down her emotional walls. He asks her, "Do you still hear the lambs, Clarice?" It's a chilling moment as we realize that this case is about more than just finding the killer. It's about Clarice confronting her own deepest fears. But Clarice isn't just battling killers. She's also dealing with being underestimated in a male-dominated field. And that's something we can all relate to. We feel her frustration and her determination to prove herself, making her a highly relatable character. Eventually, Clarice gets closer to Buffalo Bill, and the final scene is an absolute nerve-wracker. She finds herself alone in his house, with the power out and darkness all around. Buffalo Bill watches her through night vision, goggles, and the tension is palpable. Just when it feels like she's completely vulnerable, Clarice manages to shoot him in a dramatic showdown. At its core, The Silence of the Lambs isn't just about catching a killer. It's about facing your demons. Clarice has been running from her past, haunted by memories she tried to forget. Hannibal, in his twisted way, forces her to confront those fears. The movie teaches us that sometimes, to overcome life's biggest challenges, we must confront our own darkest corners. The Silence of the Lambs is a gripping, psychological thriller that pulls you in with its suspense and keeps you hooked with its deep emotional undercurrents. Clarice's journey of self-discovery and facing the darkest parts of human nature leaves a lasting impact. The movie leaves us with a strong message. Facing your fears head-on is the only way to silence them. So if you're in the mood for a heart-pounding, cinematic experience, make sure to check out The Silence of the Lambs. Trust me, it's a movie that will stay with you long after the credits roll.